Hey everyone, I'm Rather Incoherent, and we're wrapping up the post-game. This could theoretically be our last single episode. There's not much left to do. Well, that just makes me feel exceptionally bad, game. So, the reason we're here is I wanted to quickly double-check that nothing new had appeared here and that these people didn't have dialogue relating to his death. And they haven't. And presumably that means I also picked up the rat form much earlier in the game and just forgot about it, because one of our last objectives is to go get all of the followers. Which reminds me, there should be a snail somewhere in here, because there's a snail everywhere. Yep. We need to give a snail to all of the snails, with the snail shells that we have slowly acquired throughout the game, and each zone has one. So let's go find the other three. Now, while we're here in this area, oh, there he is, he was on the left, didn't need to go in here. While we're in this area, there's another follower form to unlock in here that I just didn't even realize was a thing. There's a crab somewhere. I don't know where, but there's a crab in this area. No, not this area, it's in Smuggler's Cove. So let's go check that one out. We've already done the snail here, but there's other things apparently. So, where is the crab? There he is. Yeah, now I've got a crab form. Is there a way for me to check what follower forms I've already gotten? That's only for Tyrannos. Can I click on this to see? Yes. We need to get a starfish, a poop, a massive monster, and a snail. Alright, only 4 left. That's what I thought. Let's go figure out where Sozo's snail is. Must be in the second area somewhere. Yep, right here on the left. What a weird way to get a follower. A thing I'm just not able to do in this campaign, unfortunately. Apparently, Narender has some unique side quests for you. Like, if you have them as a follower, they'll give you quests that no one else has. And, yeah, we're not going to get to do those on account of the wolf having taken Narender. Now, back here in these gold piles, there should be the follower form for Midas. Yep. I don't know if that's really Midas. I know he's supposed to be vaguely starfishy, but that did not look like Midas. Now, where is the snail? Here he is. I think it's our last one. That unlocks the snail form. So now we just need to get massive monster and poop, I think. I think that's all that's left. Now, unfortunately for my followers, you get the poop form exactly how you might think you get the poop form. It's by feeding your followers poop. And, yeah, it's gonna cause some problems, but that's fine. Like, realistically, I should be making small portions of poop at a time and then feeding them other stuff, but this is fine. We'll sort it out. Hey, that actually did it. That's all the poop we needed, the poop follower form. Perfect. Now, I'm not gonna worry about doing bed rest yet because we're gonna be at like 0 faith. I'm going to sermon them immediately. Yep, that's 0 faith. That's about right. There were repercussions for what we just did. When we leave here, we'll send everyone who's sick to bed rest. Although, we might be getting even more upset because we can sacrifice somebody, we still need to sacrifice people for that achievement. Alright, thankfully it's on cooldown, we're just gonna do a bonfire then. Yeah, you guys are justifiably pissed. They're all old. They're either old or recently resurrected except for Tina. Tina's the only one who's just not old yet, naturally. Oh, they were still finishing poop after the sermon, so it didn't actually work. That's very frustrating. What happens if I eat the poop? Do I still get the heart? I take a damage. Nice. I don't know what poop you're eating. I ate the poop, but okay. I want it to be very clear. Like, unfortunately, I have to wake you up for this because you're sick. If I don't tell you to do bed rest, you're going to wake up naturally, and then you're going to work yourself to death. So I have to wake you up first, because I've had followers die to this before. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I know, you're all furious. Oh, and you dropped dead. That's fine. Gonna wait for day to dawn and give another sermon, because, you know, we fucked things up a little bit. I think I've glitched him out, because he's eating poop that doesn't exist. Let me just save and quit. Yeah, he's no longer forever eating poop. Thankfully, we fixed that. Alright, day's dawn, give a sermon immediately. Not really optional, they're kinda pissed. And I think some people might not actually be doing the bed rest like I told them, so I need to make sure that they're actually in bed rest. When I loaded in, we had 5 sick followers, and I only recall waking up 3 of them. Alright, good. Everything's mostly okay now. I don't see any sick people running around, so I think we're actually okay on that front. See, I only see 3 sick people over here. 4. Oh, 5, you're hiding. Okay, they're all in bed rest, we're good. Let's get right into the missions then. What goals do I have left quickly? Let's talk to Helob without actually buying anyone. I can't. So we need to find Helob during a mission, and that's fine. Our goal during these missions isn't just to flawless Hecate, we need to go to villager houses for food and for villagers to talk to Hecate and the snails separately. As always, the basic hammer. We'll find a way to deal with that, I guess. For now, let's just hope I'm, like, moderately competent at the game. Well, that was a great start to moderate competency. It doesn't seem like I've messed up too badly. I didn't lose any golden flea stacks, get it out of the way early. You know, that's totally how it's going to work. Yeah, get it out of the way early. We'll totally stop playing bad in the next room, right? I didn't see this frog initially, which is terrifying. I deal just enough damage to not one-shot the tiny frogs, and it's very frustrating. Alright. I think we might finally be through the bad play, but I don't know why I believe that. I guess I'm taking extra room for error, even though it makes me feel very bad to take that card, and then spending money to try to get one that actually helps. Better chest, easy choice, it'll get more taros in the long run. And heading up, we have 2 frog. Terrifying. How will I ever deal with 2 frog? Oh wait, Merciless isn't the default when it's the crit win. I'm so silly, how did I forget that? Yep, that did in fact kill the enemy in the middle like I was hoping it would. Alright, let's see what we have in terms of houses. There's a Helob house there, so we're just going here, easy enough. Because it turns out, my last Terra that I haven't got is from Helob. I never come here because he frequently doesn't have followers, because I've been buying them before the missions. But it turns out, if you go here after buying a follower from him, he gives you a fervor. Or not a fervor, he gives you a tarot card called Fervor's Host. Which actually seems like a pretty good one. Full fervor every room seems pretty good. That's gotta be more than you normally get, right? Anyway, I would like to continue being your #1 customer. Sell them to me. Thanks. Totally not gonna make him look like poop in the future. You know, all of the other followers have like little marking options. Do the poop have little marking options? Presumably they would, right? There's no reason they wouldn't. Nothing to take anyone out of the bucket to find out. I didn't realize it was a small guy, I thought he was a frog. So I initially felt some, like, immediate big fears. Shoot the arrow. That's fine. I just can't, like, try to parry an arrow with the hammer. I've been messing up arrow parries with good weapons, and the hammer is, like, very obviously the objectively worst weapon in the game for parrying projectiles. Probably one of its bigger downsides, but I'm not good enough to really notice it. Alright, we can go fight Hecate now, honestly. I would like to have higher damage buffs than this. I'm gonna run through here, roll up to you, and kill you. Well, that didn't quite work. Okay. Medium frog debt. I don't know. I don't know what I thought was happening. I'm not even sure what hit me there. I'm guessing there was a bomb moving towards it that I wasn't paying attention to because I'm on tilt. I just didn't think he was gonna hit me. Which is, like, obviously wrong. Oh well, it happens. We'll keep on trying. This feels very silly. I don't know, something about, like, the entire way this room is set up just doesn't feel sensible. Alright, we got through it. Is this the boss? It's feeling like the boss for some reason. It's not. Let's deal with the tiny frog up here. Or not the tiny frog, but the relatively small frog. God, I'm bad at the game. I don't know. For some reason, the big frogs just have my number. I just regularly walk into them when they just feel like they shouldn't go as far as they do, and I fall for it every time. Like, it's not a dead run yet, but we're very close to a dead run. At least we progressed on an achievement. If it's nighttime, that could help me get some progress out of this. That room felt like a prank. Merciless sword. I'll feel better with this sword, honestly. Even though my damage multiplier is quite low, I just feel like I need a sword. Now, we could just go try to test out fighting Hackett. Honestly, that's not unreasonable. Yeah, let's just go try to fight Hackett and see how it goes. Probably should have went through some rooms to try to get higher than 25%, but based on how that dungeon's been going, I don't really feel like it's gonna last very long anyway. Alright, you jump at me. Bombs. Bomb phase is a damage opportunity, you do it 5 times. Pretty big AoE on your jumps. You're gonna kill them all with your tongue in a second, I remember this. Oh, they just go away on their own. Oh, he's not limited to 5. Ah, that's not where I thought you were going. That's probably a weak spot of some sort, but we're not capitalizing on it. I got stuck on him. That was garbage. Alright, doing this with the low damage multiplier is going to be very sketchy just always because of that. Like, there's just a limited amount of time before I get stuck on him while trying to roll away from him, I feel like. That actually felt very doable. And then I got stuck on his hitbox while trying to roll away from his attack. Mandatory ad phase. This is the main reason that I wanted high damage multipliers for Hackett, is making that feel easier. Wait, am I getting hit by something? Why is my controller vibrating so hard, seemingly randomly? I don't think I was getting hit. I think my controller's always vibrated every time I pressed X, and I just never noticed it before. Yeah, that's what it is. When I hit these enemies, it's vibrating. Yeah, let's just get out of here before we get penalties. May as well get out without a happiness penalty and with all of the bones we've gathered. That is definitely a failed attempt, but it seems very doable. Oh, you guys are not doing great on the happiness front, huh? Yeah, no, you don't need to go to jail. That's not necessary. Yeah, you probably weren't doing too well at this whole dead guy thing, huh? Fair enough. So, there's this ritual I've got called Sacrifice. It's finally off cooldown. I hear one of you isn't a very productive member of our cults. Are we allowed to sacrifice him? Yeah, this seems like a pretty clean solution to our problem. I don't know, man. That just seems like easily the cleanest solution to a dissenter to me right now. Jail makes people unhappy, unlike that. Well, I guess technically that makes them unhappy, but we're already bottomed out, so what's it matter? Sermon will help. If we can do Bonfire again, it'll help, but I doubt we can. I think I have, like, another ritual that actually does make them happy. I can brainwash them. They really like it when I get married. I'll marry an old person. I should have married the dissenter before I sacrificed them. 58's pretty old. You're already wearing your robes? Sure. I just need to avoid these guys turning dissenter and continuing to actually be my followers for a little while. Alright. Between the sermon and the marriage and the dead dissenter, that should fix pretty much all the problems we were having. I may as well resurrect one of my older followers and just feed them the meals that give them additional faith. Seems like a sensible thing to do as my cult's getting too small to function these days. Alright, we're gonna get Juna back, I think. Seems reasonable. Level 4 is the highest we have that's actually in the bin at the minute. I feel like in the bin is not a very religious way to refer to the afterlife, but oh well. And then we just need to actually make some meals so that they'll be happy. Let's not make the poop, though. I don't know how that's still in the queue. Alright, that has fixed all of my faith problems. I should probably be refining stuff. Doesn't really matter, but in the future when I want to build things, I'll need it. Alright, let's quickly get these promotions before they start doing their jobs. What level are you actually up to, Purple Fox? Level 5, nice. Alright, so that's time to go straight back to Hecate, I think. Next time we're at town in the night, we do have an objective, but for now, nothing to do about it. And once we do 100% the game, I'm gonna get everyone out of the bucket, see how they've been doing, if they seem like they've been aging up. And then I won't have to deal with the backlash of actually maintaining a follower count that large, because, man, they are needy when you have that many of them. Are you able to see the map in any way before you go to the second room? Doesn't seem like it. Which is kind of obnoxious, but, like, I understand why. We have a good curse, that's always nice. Well, I don't blame myself for that, because I hadn't killed anyone yet. I was trying to see if the freeze would give me the mobility. I must have missed him with the grabby hands and not staggered him, because you can stagger that version of the little guy out of his attacks. A little bit confused about how I messed that one up. The answer is just me not playing well with grabby hands. Huh. It looked like I hit that one, but somehow it went away without damaging me. Like, our play has been terrible so far, but we're just not really taking quite as much damage as we should. Alright, so, despite being frozen and stunned, you just did the tiniest short hop in the world to instantly catch me. Look, you have bad runs sometimes. We'll see what our first tarot is and determine if we need to quit from there. Oh, apparently there was a tarot ruin, I just didn't see it. It's been fun, Klonic, but it hasn't been real fun. I'll see you in the next one. Speaking of the next one, here we go again. We've got the crit dagger, that's very nice, and a variant of Divine Blast. Even though it's the basic one, it's still nice. Feel okay with this. Felt a little bit scared when I did the 5th hit there and thought I was going to get hit for no reason, but I guess it doesn't really matter. What hit him? I wanted to parry a shot, he just failed. I was watching the archer so much I didn't realize the frog was in the air, and then I was complaining, so I was not paying attention to anything. You can stagger these frogs out of jumping? Well, that makes them a lot easier to deal with. I should be super aggressive against them. Which also makes the hammer a much worse weapon in this biome. Ah! That's not an enemy type where you can actually hit them as they run up to you, and also, more importantly, the dagger isn't even long enough to hit them before their hit hits you. I'm just bad at the game. Apparently in the brief time that I was in that dungeon, someone managed to drop dead, as always, so we'll need to do a bit of tidying up around the place before we go back. And just like that, we're back at it again. The game decided to give us a free ride with the godly sword. I mean, at this point, I'm ashamed enough that I'm willing to take the free ride. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. Alright, to our right we have Godhood. You want to do this like a foil attack speed and a foil damage, make it real obvious that we're supposed to win? Hey, I'll take normal attack speed and normal damage, that's still gross. Oh, hell yeah, movement speed. Now we found a way to mess this up. We are actually very quick. Does it affect roll distance? 1,000. Yeah, I run faster than I roll now. If I'm just trying to reposition, rolls are no longer helpful. Also, my forward momentum on the swinging is like actually a little bit ridiculous. I feel like we should be able to do some really gross stuff to hack it, but I may as well stack this up and see what's in the next rooms first. Yeah. Just the Gaudy Sword's damage and the move rate makes this very safe. Although that is a pretty gross room. The small amount of room you have to maneuver the two archers and the other dudes. There's a lot that can go wrong there. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, do we have a food house? No, we have a follower house. I'll just go get the follower this way instead, it's guaranteed, whereas Kelob might not have them. Yeah. I feel a little bit strong right now, I'm not gonna lie. The Gaudy Sword with the damage tarot, or sorry, the attack speed tarot. And then the movement speed on top of it's actually really nice. It doesn't feel like it's a trap at all, it's just very obviously very good. May as well check for blue hearts. Not that I'm planning on getting hit, and if I do get hit, it's not like I can even accomplish my objectives, but hey, it's worth a shot. I'm thinking if there's any reason I could want to go to a question mark, and there's not really, but I'm going to anyway. I'll take more heart. Thanks. I'm at full health though, so I mean, not really much of a value. Oh, is the other one actually half a heart of current health as opposed to a heart of healing? That would make a lot of sense as to why those are the options then. I want to check out the rewards on this floor and stack this Gaudy Sword as high as it goes before I actually go to heck it. I feel like I very easily can. Spiders do not give you Golden Fleece, which is fair. That's just like not the sound I would expect a bat to make. It always throws me off a little bit. Are you... There we go. There's the it's a trap I wanted out of movement speed. Ah... I just miscalculated how far forward I would be because of the dash. It's fine, we can actually just keep going in this dungeon for a ways, who cares? But also, I do really want to find, what's it called? I forget their name. Rakshasha? The slug that sells you food is actually a place we need to go during a mission to get our last stuff. Divine Blast? Sure, I could not have a setup I like more than this. I guess the one that makes you invincible I would like more than this. And because we're trying to stack damage, we want to do that more now as opposed to in the later, harder rooms. So let's do this before the boss. That one. Yeah, that's the one I wanted. Okay, this is literally my favorite possible setup in the game. With an attack speed Taro and increased movement speed, we should be able to flawless hack it with this at some point. Witness Bahrain just dropped dead. Okay. What's your opening? Pop. Can I farm damage here? Would that be reasonable? Ah, not if I'm bad at the game. But yes, I could farm damage here. I thought I could stagger that size of frog. I'm so fast! I'm so fast! Okay, so do I resurrect because the gear is so good? Or do I just leave? Honestly, I'm just gonna leave. I honestly don't think that the spell I have affects my Hecate fight very much at all. I don't have very many followers left without consulting the bucket, and I don't want to take people out of the bucket. So I'm just gonna leave. Like, the Godly Sword's really nice, but I'm also missing an entire floor of damage ups because I'm playing badly. Why do you all just crowd around instead of doing anything about it, man? It's ridiculous. Also, guys, I promise I'm not weak. Stop making fun of me. Although, I just realized, I think you have to use the sacrifice ritual, but if I don't have to and I was able to, like, get sacrifice count by dying and resurrecting myself, I probably should have just done it for that achievement. Yeah, I think we're doing ritual and mind control and going long this time and finishing it. Oh, sorry, Alt-Tab. I didn't think about pausing the game for a second there. That'll be the weird hitch you just saw. But yeah, we're starting it fast, we're doing mind control, and we're going to do a long crusade until we get the gear and damage buff we need to fight Hecate. Or flawless Hecate, rather. Which is silly, because we could probably just like go in and go to Hecate as fast as possible with 0% damage buff and a normal fleece, and get good enough to beat him faster than doing this, but oh well. Alright guys, sorry that you're all sick now. I promise it was a worthwhile endeavor. Alright. Oh man, they are actually all sick though. What? I guess you weren't sick? That's nice and all, but no, go to bed. I know you guys really want to go vomit in the corner, but go to bed, please. Okay, our morale officer and Gusion are literally only people we have that aren't sick. Gross. But, on the other hand, there's no downside to going long in Crusade anymore. Yeah, I'll buy this guy. Don't ask me why I'm back already again, heal up. I just don't want to talk about it. Alright. Now we're back in Hecate's dungeon again. This time we're going to earn it. Are the Tempest Gauntlets the basic ones? Yeah, they're the basic ones. I managed to perfectly time that hit to get the kill and then take the damage. Let's try to do better than that in the next room, please. The grabby hands are like almost just clearly bad swords, right? They're slower swords that deal the same damage unless you do a 3-hit combo. And it's just like, but what if I just had a sword that dealt the same damage on all the hits and wasn't requiring me to lock myself into dangerous combos? I don't know. I saw the guy fly back in the frame before I took the damage. There might just be weird hitboxes on Tiny Frog jumps then. Like, that definitely hit me after I hit him, and that doesn't really check out. I guess we're taking curse attack damage. Right, yeah, I've been dying a bit too much for full rewards. Fair, fair. I'm gonna check out this room first, I don't know why. But Klonik's over there. How am I supposed to inform my decision here? Oh, do I just get both? It is weird that in this entire game so far I've never seen that room. Neither of those were very good, though. I don't know. I do not like the grabby hands at all. I'm really hoping to get off this weapon sooner rather than later. Now, can we go to Rock... we can, but we're not really set up for the fight we're gonna have. I don't really know how to get meat, so I'm taking that. And, I'm gonna hit your wife. Oh, don't touch your love? Or what? What are you gonna do about it? You're not a god. Oh, he mad. Alright, I've been told that he is surprisingly tanky. That's not that tanky. Definitely not your normal trash mob. He's unstunnable is the bigger thing, but I mean... But I can keep slapping his wife during this? Yeah, getting that third hit is just not really happening against him. But I can just like very easily avoid his attacks and then hit him twice. Oh, I can kill your customers? How do you feel about that? Thanks for the decoration, buddy. I'll be sure to go build that just as soon as I can. Anyway, I'm gonna kill the rest of your customers real quick, because it turns out they're made of bones, and I kinda need those. Feeling kind of a bad guy for that one. May as well go talk to the cat lady and then go to another house. Yeah, I'll buy this. Let's see if we can't get a follower from Helob as well. Thanks, Helob. Is he old or something? Yeah, he's old. No wonder you didn't think he looked tasty. But you know what they say, a follower's a follower. Welcome to the bucket. Alright, we could just go try to fight Hecate now. And like, honestly, I think that's a sensible thing. I'm gonna try to beat this floor and get better gear though. I knew I couldn't do it. If I had any other weapon, I think I could have swung twice, but not with the stupid hands. I don't know why I said any other weapon. If I had a sword or a dagger, I could have done it. I wasn't thinking about the grabby hands being slow. I tend to think of them as just being the sword, and they're not. They aren't the sword, and you can't think of them like that. I'll take homing projectiles, I guess. Because we kind of need to use projectiles for a little bit to stay safe. Alright, big enemy dealt with. Summoner Frog dealt with. Thought had it killed him, I think I'd have died. I thought I was gonna interrupt him and not just push him into a corner where he was still hitting me. Alright. A while there in the middle, which is trying to get room to maneuver because I'm terrified of the flies. I get hit by them so often that I know I just want more room the second I know it's happening, if it's in the room with me. Alright, let's get the projectile, see what it does. Make the offering, see if it helps. I'll take damage during the night because I don't care about bombs or rolling. That just seems irrelevant. Oh! Okay. Do I think I can take Hecate with grabby hands? No, but I also don't really think I can take a boss and maintain 80% with 2 health. So, it's just better to try Hecate now than to go further. I think the only way I'd fight that boss is if I had like a 0% godly sword and I felt like I'd have an easy chance of beating the boss, but a hard chance of flawlessing Hecate. We have good odds here, though. We have like a decent damage buff, we get more during the Hecate fight. Grabby hands basic are like just one of the worst weapons though, is the problem. Hey, didn't take damage, it's fine. Okay, so a lot of the time, I didn't even, when he jumps there, he's doing the tongue attack. Yeah, I didn't recognize what his tell was, or even that it was a tell. Alright, fair enough. I do feel like I learned more about Hackett that fight. Best we can hope out of that run. Let's try it again. We don't need to worry about our village because they're still in a fast and they're still mind-controlled. Oh, damn it, Fever's dropped dead again, I just noticed. Why has he got to do this so often? Get back up, man. You're not getting a burial, though. Although it would be funny to bury him and turn him into a grave over and over and over again. Just have like a dozen graves to Fiar. Look, buddy, first, I need you to stop dying of old age all the time. I would just like you to be alive. You're kind of important to me. And on that subject, you have leveled up, which is what I wanted. Because we're also going to take your confession immediately, which seems a little bit weird and unnecessary for someone who's been mind-controlled. Looks like a lot of people have leveled up, actually. Fiar's at 14 right now, with no sign of stopping. At least he didn't worship any other gods this time, which is an all too common issue we face. And we'll Wiggly Arm him, see if that gets him to 15. Yep, still finishes it off. Alright, congratulations, Fiar, you are stupidly high level. Can I form a full team of demons? I can get Fiar. Yes, Hatrina's my Vesta, Fiar is my Orcus, and Gusion's my Bomb. We're good. Now that it's dark, though, I can pray at this statue. And having prayed at it, it gives me the massive monster form, finally. So that is every follower unlocked. Which means we only have 2 achievements left. Sacrifice 10 followers, kill Hackett flawlessly. I'm finishing it this episode. I'm gonna starting my recordings when I'm about to attempt Hackett, and we're gonna come back with a flawless Hackett run. Which you'll know is flawless because it's here, but I'll be stressed as shit at the time. What the hell? I've never seen these enemies before. I have never seen this enemy variation before, and I just wanted to bring attention to this because apparently this is the rarest enemy type in the game. What are the pink spitty frogs? I've been here for so long. I'm not on like the second trip through or anything. I've just never seen that before. That's such a rare enemy, apparently. Well, it looks like we're killing Hackett this time because I just got a Godly Dagger and we've been flawless up till now at 285. For the record, this is the same run you just saw and the first run since I stopped recording, or stopped commentating, rather. We're not taking risks, we're not going to try to stack more or get more rewards and then immediately lose all our stacks, we're just immediately going to Hackett. I've got bad news, Hackett. I've got damaging rolls and a 285% damage Godly Dagger, which is already the highest DPS weapon in the game by a mile. Yeah, that's about right. You thought I was telling the truth when I said the first one was going to be a guaranteed win. The funny thing is, I don't even know if I was in the 5th hit and stun-locked myself by taking the 5th hit, or if I got stuck on his hitbox in a roll. It could have been either. What? Do the bosses have different attack patterns on Very Hard? I'd be so upset if I had taken my first hit on that attack. So at least this is a win. Like, at least for once we didn't just get to Hackett and lose. We only took 1 hit and we otherwise did it flawlessly, but maybe next time. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure if I've ever given a sermon to this few people. There are only 5 here because some of us are sick. just a little bit rough. Anyway, as there are only 5 of you here and 1 of you is old, that makes the sacrifice target very straightforward. Sorry, Tina, we'll bring you back soon. As they're all pretty pissed and I can't really afford for any dissenters with a population this small, I'll throw a bonfire too to make sure we don't start dissenting. And this time, for real, next time you see me is going to be a flawless second fight. So it turns out the money tree can reward more than just money and food. This time it gave me a shitload of hearts. Repeatedly. Like, if my goal was just to win against Hackett, that would be the easiest thing in the world right now. I didn't even know you could have a second row of hearts. Alright, we're going to Hackett with 130% damage, Godhood Sword, 25% attack speed. Going further requires beating a boss, and after that Gusion run, I just don't feel like I can. Alright, he's doing tongue thing immediately. Are we gonna skip phase 2 entirely? Ah, so close, it hurts. I almost got hit by that AoE and I was gonna fucking lose my mind. I've been at this far too long to keep messing it up. My demon got him while I was killing the tiny frogs. We finally did it, though. Much like all our previous wins, we just played terribly until the Godly Sword carried us. But it still counts, damn it. Now let's get back and stop Thejal from running off with our money by sacrificing him for the last achievement. Oh no, they're starving and pissed and all sorts of other bad things. Well, let's make this food that'll mysteriously fix all our problems. Oh my god, there's a quest for me. I wonder if the quest is, can you feed us? We're starving. So let's let that handle itself. And once they're all done eating, we're gonna go tell Thejal that, he did sort of size on Death Wormed on this one. Alright, looks like everyone's ate. Time to sacrifice Thejal. Thejal, you can't be sacrificed yet. That's good news for you, frustrating news for me. No, Thejal, you don't get to go to bed, dude. You're going straight to jail. Which is apparently down here now, I guess. It's very far away. There we go. And I'm not gonna bother re-educating you, because that's not what's happening, man. With Flawless Second accomplished, the only thing that's really left for this village to do is to sacrifice enough people for that last achievement. So, I'll be back with you on our 10th sacrifice. So, if you were wondering, does time pass on people in the bucket? I'm pretty sure this is the same rabbit it's always been, but they're wearing white robes now. You cannot put them in limbo. Damn shame. The starfish form is kind of terrifying. Same with snail. Gotta see what the markings for poop are. I mean, what colors can a poop be? And what variants do poops have? Oh, they can sweep their hair to the other side. Yeah, they're here. That's what it is. Congratulations, you're apparently a waste of an experiment. Wait. Oh, it put the red shirt on him and then realized it was the wrong shirt. Damn. For a second, I thought it had worked. Yeah, they're just all old in here. Oh no, the experiment's been a failure. He died of old age the moment I summoned him. Holy shit. That's incredible. Oh, so they are only sort of in limbo. Whoops. Oh, great. Now we've got 2 dissenters. Dude, I don't think that's true. Your eyes look pretty dissenty about this. I guess I'm gonna go re-educate Thejal then, since you're already a dissenter and the jail's taken up as it is. Congratulations, Thejal. I just recruited a reason for you to get to live. Hey, buddy, could you not? Just calm down for a hot second. We'll sacrifice you shortly. I'm trying to recruit people over here. Please stop screaming. Hey, it's all cooldown. Congratulations, sir. Welcome to the cult. I've got nothing but goodwill for you. It's nice to have a you know, reasonable. It's not as big as I want to be, but a reasonable number of people in the zoo again. When it's just like 5 dudes, I feel as though I'm a complete failure as a cult leader. It's been a fun science experiment. We've determined that they can age in limbo. So, you know, it was completely pointless and had no benefit whatsoever, but it's still funny. Oh my god, it's nice. There's so many of them again. Oh wait, the guy with that quest is actually still alive. He's my morale officer. I don't need to resurrect him. Is your name Sparkles? That's so much more normal than everyone else. I mean, not really normal, but like I recognize it as something that could be a name. Morale officer, where'd you go? You. Holy shit, you're alive? I hope you weren't being held alive by that quest, because if so, I might have just killed you by doing it. Oh no, it's Sparkles again. This is... That's not gonna be confusing ever. I'm pretty sure the previous Sparkles might have looked like this one too. These people are just like having a chat in my confession booth, making me unable to use it. Kind of on tilt about that. Alright, now that there's a million people are dropping dead and asking me to go on quests, all that shit. I will gladly take more followers, I agree wholeheartedly. You know, now that I've got almost all of them left, I think there are 3 people left in the bucket because I just bought this guy from Hela before that old people quest. It lags a little bit hard when they all start doing shit like running over to town. And I may have rebuilt all of my heaping industry just to have something in the town, thrown cobblestone floors beneath it because why not? So Inspired plus Confession is exactly enough to get a full level up every day forever. I don't know what you want to do that for, but you can. VR over here is at level 18 at this point. A random thing I was mathing out the other day is, while vegetable feasts are the best food because of their other bonuses like increased faith and loyalty, in terms of just like how much you get for food, each time you harvest a plant, how many food points do you get for your society? Berries are actually the best. It's very surprising to me, but like that's the reason you experience a lot more food trouble later in the game when you switch over to this. Pumpkins are actually better than berries, that's not true, but pumpkins make your people sick and are basically unusable, whereas berries making your people poop is actually an upside. Yeah, so I decided I needed more farms, and it's a little bit of a nightmare to watch this many people work on this many buildings. The game doesn't handle it too well. And I figured 56 people, I was struggling to feed them all. I was talking about berries being more efficient. We're switching over to berries, and we're switching over to 66% more production. What do you need? Can't you see the frame drops? Yeah, sure, if I ever play the game again after today, I'm going to Anchor Deep. Right on that, Chief. Just because I have so many followers that we're getting frame drops doesn't mean I won't keep getting more. Oh well, I just traumatized forever. I feel fucking terrible. It's not like, oh, haha, you got the achievement. Now I just made this NPC a constant reminder of the brutality I'm willing to go through for platinum. Alright. Thanks, game devs. We have finally gotten Thejul back to the light. You can see our morale officer in the back there. Glad he's still alive. I was wondering about that a second ago. Now, rather than feeding people, I know that when they go on a fast, when they end, they're not hungry. So we're just gonna put them on a fast instead of feeding them. God, there's a lot of them, aren't there? They are packed in like sardines into that circle, man. They barely fit. They're way more than shoulder to shoulder. And I'll be back with you when we finally finish the campaign because I think we're done. There's nothing really to do around town. This is the end. We've flawless every boss, done all the quests, gotten all the follower forms, massively expanded our farming operations, rebuilt our infrastructure, let everyone out of the bucket to have a stupidly large population. Everyone's got nice houses. Well, mostly nice houses. It depends on the definition of nice. This is well and truly a fully finished game of Cult of the Lamb. And we're just waiting for the timer to say, oh yeah, you totally sacrificed enough people. Because I never sacrificed anyone in the early game. Like, not a single one. I spent all of my bones asking for money, and speaking of, let's ask for money. I want to know how much that gets us. There are a lot of people here. I'm gonna have to go on another crusade, maybe. if the next one's not the last sacrifice, just to get more bones because of this, but I want to see how much money this gives me. There's so many people donating. I've never seen someone fail to get their head on before the ritual started. Or their hood on, rather. More money than frames, that's for sure. And we'll give a sermon to make up for all that. It just feels so empty without the little pips of things hitting you, right? I wish they did, even though they don't represent anything anymore. It's only 2,240, it's not that much worse than it was at its best before. It's still just a lot. They're all just grieving at the grave and capping us out instantly. Look at this shit on the left. One of the bigger issues with having the village this large is the game actually lagging the fuck out constantly while fighting. Like, look at this stuff. It's nightmarish. I've made my game unplayable. As it turns out, it's really hard to fight bosses with constant frame drops. Not gonna bother showing you the deeply frustrating footage, just don't get a 50 follower village. It was a mistake. Alright, I'm hoping desperately that this is the last sacrifice, as I have been just AFK in my village, decorating and wondering what I should do to make it nicer for a while now. We've gotta be in the high single digits at least. How much money would we get out of, just theoretically speaking? VR is only worth 612? I feel like he's worth more than that, come on. Anyway, let's go find an old person that doesn't feel like they should be working anymore and just toss them in the trash. Oh, there aren't any. Well, this guy made me go on a quest to Anchor Deep, so I'll sacrifice him. I suppose I should have sacrificed the person who gave me the quest and not the quest objective, huh? Really not his fault that I had to go there. Oh well. And dear lord, we are still not done sacrificing, folks. Which is for the best, because there are too many people in this village. It is laggy as hell anytime I do anything. The cooking minigame has become incredibly difficult. But okay, I guess we have more sacrificing to do. Not thrilled to learn that. Yeah, you can see what I talk about when I mean it's laggy. When the villagers are deciding what they want to do, the game just stops, and it turns out they're all deciding what they want to do pretty much all the time. Every time day breaks, every time night falls, every time I end a sermon, every time I cook a meal. And in fact, even when I'm out of the base and doing missions, it lags like hell. Don't get this many followers. If you get to 40, stop. Anyway, I'll be back when I actually do finish this, because apparently I'm not done yet. Please God, let this be the last sacrifice. My village is so much nicer than I left it. I've improved the village so much. My infrastructure is booming, the village is decorated. We're back down to a number of people that is like actually kind of playable and doesn't constantly break the game. I'm hoping that we can call the village done, call the game platinumed, and move on now. Although I do have some interest in coming back at a later point. I know there are old people here, don't lie to me. Wear the white shirts. There we go. I do have interest in coming back at a later point to make a more optimized file, where I never got the suboptimal heroes, and where I play the bosses in reverse order to see how the dialogue changes. That would actually be very interesting to me, but for now I'm going to be taking a break from Cult of the Lamb once we get this achievement. And based on the fact that we didn't get the start, I'm thinking you get it when you do the— Oh no, we finally got it! Thank God! Wayer of Souls, we got it. Now, I thought you got Godhood when you got Wayer of Souls, and you do. There it is. That is the game platinumed. Day 120, right on 4 months, we finally platinumed the game. I'm gonna take a brief walk through the village and show you what it's grown into while I've been doing these sacrifices. All of these houses are fully upgraded. I found out a neat trick. If you don't want to lose faith to a quest, just ignore them. Not that it matters at this point, because, like, watch this. I can just decline the whatever it is. Like, he wants me to go to Darkwood Dungeon? I don't feel like it. They're just gonna be fine. They're gonna greed themselves back to full health and it's gonna be no problem. Or full faith, rather. We have gold plating underneath all of our refineries, which are up to 8. We've rebuilt our infrastructure down here on cobblestone with, like, reasonably distributed outhouses, so you don't have to walk far to poop, as opposed to previously, everyone had to walk all the way over here for it. We've upgraded our harvest totems, expanded our farms by 66%, put down some hay-based decorations. put down some random decorations I thought were more interesting. We've also rebuilt our missionary, because I finally realized at the very end of the game, the missionary is a really efficient, safe way of getting bones. Look at that, 62 bones, no chance to die, 10%. A follower is worth way less than 620 bones, which is the average amount of bones you're expecting out of that guy before he dies. So yeah, I should have been doing that all campaign. Didn't really think about it. I just looked at the high chance to die and stopped, but yeah. Like, this bone thing is crazy. Well, not when they're exhausted, obviously. But even with this guy, he's only level 3. Like, his odds are still decent. Go risk your life for him, man. Bones are amazing. And I have really, really enjoyed Cult of the Lamb. It's a really cute game. It definitely has some optimization issues. When you break 50 followers, the game snaps in half a little bit. But aside from that, I've really, really enjoyed the game and have very few criticisms. It's a little bit shallower and a little bit less complicated than I was hoping it would be. But at the same time, like, that doesn't bother me too much. Not all games have to be, like, super difficult and complicated. I don't know, I don't want to end the video because I've been going for like 3 hours now to get the bones I needed for all these sacrifices and wait for the cooldowns. And now that it's finally time to end the video, it's like, oh man, this is my last Cult of the Lamb video in a long time. I can play this game for a while. Eventually I will make another save file and play at a much accelerated pace compared to this one where I'm editing out most of the town stuff and just showing you broad recaps of it. But I have really enjoyed Cult of the Lamb and I'll be putting it down for a couple of weeks at least, probably over a month. Whenever DLC drops, you can be sure I'll be interested in seeing what it is. I'll be back for that. But for now, I'm done. I'm rather incoherent. This has been Cult of the Lamb. I've absolutely loved this game. I hope you enjoyed the series. Hope you enjoyed this final episode, though I imagine it's run a little bit long. And I'll be back with you tomorrow for a new series. We're going to be starting up Subnautica again and actually finishing it this time. I think I found a bunch of mods for that game. They're going to help me feel afraid and frightened and engaged again in a way I haven't since my first playthrough. And I'm really looking forward to that. But for now, I'm done. I'm rather incoherent, and I'll see you in the next one.